Hey,
Hey,
think I can have the rest of that.
look, man, I'm just having a bad day. Can you just leave me alone?
I haven't eaten.
Yeah, me neither.
Asshole.
Oh my god. I would if my anxiety would allow me, haha.
That's a weak excuse.
Asshole.
Hypocrite.
I mean, objectively, she was bad.
So were you.
When?
Train.
Oh fuck, man, that's completely different.
How?
I had a bad day, bad week, a bad week even. Fuck, maybe even a month. Look, I mean, what obligation did I have to help that guy out?
You know, it all makes sense now.
What does?
Can't even be responsible for yourself. No wonder you can't help the people right in front of you.
I'm sad. People are just sometimes like this.
So fix it.
What?
Fix it or ignore it or whatever you need to do.
It's no, it's not that easy.
So that's your excuse then?
What obligations do I even have to fix myself? It's my right to do as I please.
Rights are internal and external. Externally, you have social norms to follow. There's an expectation to help others. You can't just release yourself from that.
Oh, please. Society is fucked. Social norms are nowhere close to where they need to be.
You still have to take it upon yourself to follow it.
Why?
Just because a system is imperfect doesn't mean that you're not responsible. Being a part of an imperfect system is all the more reason to hold yourself to a higher personal standard. Otherwise, nothing gets done.
Okay, but I still have the right to just do away with whatever personal standard I have. They're all personal standards, so I could just not hold myself to them whenever I want.
That's not in the cards for you. With every rule comes a certain right, and with every right comes a certain freedom to do something. The world needs people to hold themselves to a higher standard. Otherwise, we follow a more anarchist sense of logic where everybody has the right to hinder another with a bullet, metaphorical or literal.
Okay, but what does that have to do with me being sad? It's not like helping myself will help anyone else.
You asshole. Do you not realize how selfish it is for you to wallow in your self-pity from your position of privilege? It's not okay to feel sad. This world is literally tearing itself apart, and you're just sitting here doing nothing. Not only that, but you keep staying this way as if it's okay, as if something will just come along the way to help you change. Well, it's not.
Damn, dude.
Look, I get you're sad, but that's all the more reason to stop. Because you're not thinking straight. You don't even have autonomy right now. Everything you've been doing, it's all been influenced by this negative bias. Maybe you do have the right to just do as you please. Maybe the system will never get fixed, and the world is fucked, regardless of what standard people hold themselves to. But at least, at the very least, if you can't do shit for moralistic or societal reasons, you still have to be able to make good decisions for yourself. And you can't do that if you're biased by sadness.
Shit.
What?
No, it's just something Lefty had said. Is it okay for me to
To what?
be sad? Even if it's selfish? Even if I'm doing so from like a position of privilege?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we do have it pretty good. I mean, we're broke, but at least we haven't had a gun pointed to our heads or anything. Yeah, I mean, we all have self-interest, and it's not wrong to follow that, but there's not a moral obligation to do so.
That sounded smart.
It's from Archer.
The show?
No, Alfred Archer.
Oh, that would have been way cooler if it was from the show. So, do I have to, fix myself?
Let's say external obligations didn't apply to you. Let's say that all of this just comes from within and that you didn't have to fix all your problems because society demands it. Let's say that you demand it for yourself, that you owe it to you. Let's also say that you have the power to just waive all these obligations to yourself. Because at the end of the day, it's a promise you made to you, and you can just forgo your own promises. But if you did forgo that promise, you would still be hurting yourself. A promise like that is a joint decision made between you and your future self, in the hopes that your future self will benefit from those decisions. It's like Lefty said, following some sort of standard or legislature comes with its own rights and freedoms. In this case, it comes with the right to a better life, or at least the ability to hope for one. Now, let's say you didn't actually have the right to waive these promises to your future self, that people do actually owe it to themselves to fix all their problems. Well, there's already a lot of people that practice self-care. They try to improve themselves and do so regardless of whether or not these propositions are true. So it almost seems like we practice self-care for the sake of self-care, that it's inherent within us to do so. I mean, sure, depression rates may be rocket high, but so are orders for depression medication. So at least depressed people are trying their best to improve. Otherwise, there wouldn't be so many prescriptions.
So, no matter what, I still have to practice self-care. I still owe myself something. I still have an obligation to myself. I can't be sad.
Well, you still have a choice. You cannot practice self-care. These are just metaphysical truths. It's not like the universe is going to strike you down for being an asshole, but I like to think that at the very least, you still owe something to someone, your future self. And if you give up on the idea that your actions affect the future, that's just a really hopeless existence. And hopelessness isn't a good strategy because you're basically making uneducated guesses about the future that are grounded in negative bias. And, the fact that you're even having these thoughts in the first place speaks volumes. Singer once said that promises to the self is just resolution in disguise.
Bryan Singer?
Now that's a really esoteric reference. But no, I'm talking about Marcus Singer.
Oh, so then how do I fix myself? How can I be happy?
Being happy isn't the solution, being sad.
But it's the antonym of it.
Yes, but think of it this way. The antonym of destroy is create, but the solution to fixing a destroyed building isn't to build a new one. It's to add to the existing foundations and repair the walls. Repair is the solution, so when it comes to sadness, it isn't happiness that fixes it, it's health.
But there's still sick people who are happy.
Well, happiness comes in different shades, physical and mental. If you can't achieve physical health, then might as well focus on staying emotionally healthy.
So happiness is still the answer here. They're happy because they're emotionally healthy.
No. You're confusing health for happiness still. Being healthy and being happy aren't the same thing. Health can lead to happiness, but happiness can't lead to health. Health is eating your veggies, it's working out and getting sweaty, it's washing your face with smelly chemicals that you swear your dermatologist just pushed on you in order to get a commission, because for fuck's sake, why do you keep getting pimples?
Righty.
I swear, are you like rubbing bacon grease on your face? What the fuck is going on here?
Righty.
You're a monster! You're a freak!
Righty, focus! You're here to give me advice, remember?
Right. Anyways, health isn't meant to be this joyous endeavor. You're responsible for your health because nobody else can do that for you. That includes your psyche. Nobody can think the thoughts you need to except you.
I don't know. I've been through too much shit, Righty. I don't even know if doing all these things will be enough.
What other alternative do you have?
That all sounds hopeless.
I mean, you don't wash your face and work out every day expecting to have all the ladies swoon over you. You can hope it comes up. Maybe it will one day. It certainly doesn't help your chances to have a clean face, you fucking creature.
What the fuck, man?
Anyways, mental and physical health are the prerequisites to a lot of life's joys. Life often fails us, but it also tries to reach out to us in many other ways. And we have to be ready for those moments. Sometimes hard work just has to be its own reward, and Lefty was right about something.
What?
You are in a position of privilege. I mean, I know you're broke, but you're not poor. Even when you were poor, at least it was by first world standards. You still had food and water and a bed, and your neighborhood wasn't the greatest, but at least you weren't being raided by revolutionary soldiers or having to drink mud water to survive. If you think about it, no matter the worst case scenario, it's still relatively better than what others are experiencing halfway across the globe.
That's terrible.
It is, and the only consolation prize is that you get to feel a bit more grateful about your position.
That's still terrible.
Which begs the question, who are you to waste this precious opportunity of life in such a rich nation and spend it wallowing in your own self-pity? You have an obligation to yourself after all. Or maybe you don't. Regardless, the work still needs to be done.